From the digital landscape to colorism in the music business and the future of independent artists, we get insights from the players navigating their careers through it all. This is State of R&B. What's good now?
So my biggest issue is this, is the talented people on social media never get picked up as fast as the one that's got the numbers.
I know.
So you got someone on social media that's got 1 million views. I go to an executive's office and they're like signing this girl and it's like, yeah, they got 3 million people following them. I'm like, but they're whack. Right. Like, can you hear the talent? And then now, when the person who may have a hit record, who may have 50,000 followers, is like, well, you got to get your social media up.
I've been told it before, as an independent artist, I hear that all the time. All the time.
But it's like you said, they're here today, gone tomorrow. I was actually saying this. I think in the direction that we're going in now, I love companies like Empire, or like what BMG is doing, because it's about the art.
Shout out to Gazi.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Without people like Gazi, there wouldn't be artists that like Anderson .Paak, or even if you look at an artist like Chance the Rapper, that you wouldn't. He's not the typical artist that you would walk in a label with no hype, no buzz.
Speaking of Chance, I was surprised when I heard his records on radio.
Even people like one of my closest friends, Eric Bellinger.
Yes.
Extremely talented.
Yes.
Shout out to Eric. Amazing songwriter, can sing his face off. And yeah, people like Gazi are responsible for now giving people like Eric a voice and a platform.
I think there's a new model being made for R&B.
In my opinion of it all,
you're right.
And when times change, and one thing you cannot deny is time moving forward. Period. It's going to happen.
You gotta adapt. You adapt.
The most driven things are the social platforms. And let's look at the social platforms. If you are a part of any of the platforms and you go 2 months or you go a week without posting, you will lose followers.
For sure.
What's crazy is the consumer now, especially in the millennial aspect of it, music has become a post. In the sense of the attention span, if you get 5 seconds on a website as the web was introduced, you're winning. So now, if you are not present in the sense of music, almost equivalent to a post, the attention span of the people that are coming up behind us now, you're not gonna have it.
Adele actually doesn't have a social media at one point.
Who?
Adele.
Now, hold on, we can't go there. Please,
we're gonna talk about it.
Please retract.
First of all,
please retract that statement.
You want me to tell you why? Tell you why?
It's cool.
Next time, this for another show.
I'm just saying this one thing. That's a whole other different set of rules that when
don't do it.
I'm definitely gonna say it. That other
color plays a part in it.
Now,
is Adele talented? She's one of the best singers that we've had.
I love
but let's
her.
not act like that doesn't play a part in other amazing singers like Jasmine Sullivan, who deserve the same amount of recognition. And I hate when people say Jasmine, well, Adele has a song. It's like, have you not heard Lions and Tigers and Bears?
This is just my opinion. I hope I don't get shot. When you look at the difference in color when you're dealing with R&B, because here's a fact. A fact is Shawn Mendes.
Yes, sir.
He's not even 20 years old yet. He's had 3 #1 records on the Urban AC chart.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Okay? Best Billboard.
Wow.
Period. Here's the difference. There's a cultural difference in music. There's always a color divide in a sense, but in a culture, if you look at Caucasian people in their culture doesn't move like we move.
Right.
They're not fascinated by trends. They're not fascinated with showing everything they have. They're not fascinated with the biggest car. They're not fascinated, but what they do is they're loyal to them. They're loyal to what they like. And I won't even color that. I'll just say the cultural difference is when they like something, they stay with it.
Right.
It's just, there's a cultural difference. We can't compare the Caucasian culture to our culture because it's too different.
That's
right. Oh, I'm sorry.
So, but I feel like the weighting of the struggle is slightly different.
No, the weight is different, but they still have struggles, though.
Like, as a brown-skinned girl who wants to sing about a certain thing...
Worst struggles, bro.
I'm telling you, it's ridiculous. So my thing is, yes, there is struggle everywhere, but let's give weighting to
But what I'm trying to say is, what I'm saying that we don't have in the Spotifys and all of those things is those platforms for people like yourselves, so that you can bring awareness. Because if they had the platforms, I know if I went to a 90s, if it was a 90s category like they used to have, or an R&B category that was specific, that was run by specific people that understood quality control, that could say, this is dope, this is dope, this is dope, you would have more superstars arise.
Exactly, and I say you can't blame the superstars.
Do you understand me?
Yeah. But not even just that, I feel like the vehicles that are presented or that are made available to certain artists because of colorism is very different. Right. So we can't blame Adele's success on just, because she does make great music. So
Absolutely.
she's doing nothing wrong by making great music, but it's just that we as black artists, right, all we really had, our last big vehicle was 106 & Park. Now we don't have that anymore.
Right.
So it's like if I have an album coming out, I can't just go on Ellen, right? It's not that easy. I can't just go on Kimmel. I can't just go on Jay Leno or whoever. I can't just go on Conan. It's like well, not Jay Leno, but I'm saying on Conan or whoever those people are. You know what I mean? Absolutely. You know what I mean? I can't do that. Whereas a lot of artists, that's like already a part of their PR, like for that week.
As much as Spotify is cool, as much as Apple is cool,
you need TV.
You need both sides.
But you said something about Jimmy that I want to chime into, because I actually, one of the things that inspired me to really want to go independent, and kudos to you, because now I'm seeing like the whole transition from seeing both sides.
Right.
But he was basically saying, they were like, Jimmy, how do you leave? You built Interscope so amazing, and like you're leaving, you're going for Apple Music, and he's saying, the way the music industry is changing with streaming, the only thing that's going to survive is the self-contained artist.
Right. Realistically, as much as we're speaking, it is creativity, it is a business.
Yeah.
It very much is that. So when you're forced to now assume many hats, you're not just now a singer, a songwriter, you're now an entrepreneur, you're now a business person. And that's how the Diddy's are born. That's how, the Jay-Z's are born. So in a way, it can be frustrating. You don't have the initial resource. But when you're now forced to be better to acquire that, you're better.
One time when I was really down and I begged to get out of my deal, and I was out of my deal, and I was like, God, what now? I got a DM from Sam Smith, who was like the biggest star, and he was like, yo, I just love this song, this run you do on the second verse, and I'm just like, wow. People, you know what I mean? It's like he's all the way in London, you know what I mean? You feel like you're doing it all in vain. Is my living in vain? But it's not. You feel like you're doing it in vain, and you're like, I feel like that was God saying,
yeah.
I got you. People are, you know what I mean?
Important to the
and somebody cares.
Literally it just goes back to the same thing. We can all say it together, your gift will what?
Make room for you.
My God, that's
my Lord.
Yeah.
Yellow.
That's a word right there.
Give us one. Give us one.
Boy, if you don't stop that,
Get it off me,